How's it going, friends? Welcome back to another video with Takia Dragon Storm. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'll just have to sit here, talk a little bit, play some magic. I think I can manage that. So here we are. We have a SULTAI in front of us. I took Seth Manfield's Golgari Ramp deck, the deck that CFB and when I was with them for Worlds came up with. And I incorporated some of the SULTAI cards that I thought to be sort of giving the deck more consistency, more resiliency as well, and more flexibility. And mainly flexibility in the form of Fangkeeper's Familiar, which is a really cool card. It's a little difficult to judge how good it actually is, but it does a lot of things. It has flash. You can recur it maybe with some cards in your deck. This deck is not as good as recurring it at others could be, but just generally speaking, this seems like a pretty strong card, and I'm excited to try it out in this shell. There might certainly be other shells, make it more flash-oriented, more control-oriented, like a more blue-oriented shell, I guess I could say, because here in this version, blue is more of the splash color. And yeah, it gains free life, surveil free, so it's never dead, even if it doesn't have an enchantment to destroy or a creature spell to counter, but it sort of covers a lot of angles. Like if you, I don't know, you play against Domain, the enchantment aspect is huge, really good there. You play against any creature aggro deck, whatever it may be, the Essence Scatter mode is great, and then whenever you need to get on the board, gain some life, maybe against Burn, the first mode is decent. The other very interesting card from the latest set is Rakshasa's Bargain. It's sort of like a 3 mana instant speed. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off my phone. It's an instant speed stock up, puts the cards in the graveyard, and most importantly, it does trigger up the Beanstalk. So we have a little synergy there. It's a 6 mana spell because the hybrid, they cost 6 in total. Which is a nice synergy. So a draw free for 3 mana, instant speed, pretty good. And then I have 2 copies of Waken the Honored Dead in here. It's sort of like a Maelstrom Pulse attached to a Saga, mill free, and then you may discard a card when you do return that creature or land drop from your graveyard to your hand, so you can return some of these creatures here. The rest of the deck is pretty much the same as what Seth Manfield did at the World Championship. Cheap removal, Beanstalk, Overload to ramp a little bit for value and all, Shieldrits to win the game with, and then a couple sweepers here at the end, and 1 copy of Outrageous Robbery, which comes in very handy against Domain, where you just want to have that one very, very powerful spell to take over the game, hopefully. The mana base, again, going with the Fatal Passage, Verge, Surveil Land mana base. I think that's the best you can do. I've been liking them so far. I feel like it's getting better and better. The more I play with this new mana base, it's definitely unique in its own right. I mean, I guess similarities to a mana base like this, which we like standard 6 years ago, where we had all the shock lands and then also the check lands. The check lands being similar to the Verges, requiring you to have to actually have the land type in play to be untapped, and the shock lands, of course, similar to the surveil lands, being both land types. And that, I mean, those times were a little bit simpler though, because you were just running all the shock lands and you just running all the check lands, because the shock lands were pretty good. They could come into play untapped at all times. And here you do have to strike the balance. You don't want to have too many tap lands, of course, that would make your deck non-functional, inconsistent, too slow in the early turns. So you have to strike a little bit of a balance, and I'm trying to figure that out as we go. Sideboard is a bit all over the place. We have Duress, Cut Down and Anoint for aggro, a couple throwbacks for the main and graveyard stuff. Another copy of Gix's Command, of course, 2 copies of Duress, and then an array of counter spells. I wasn't super sure how I should split them. Stroke and Scatter have some merit against the overlords out of the main, and Scatter is especially nice against Zur, the Enchanter. Scatter is also good against Sunspine Links, which I think is just cropping up in numbers. I've seen moderate people play 4 in the main deck nowadays. which I think might be correct, especially considering that people are going with these mana bases that are extremely heavy on, non-basics. So Scatter is good there. Flash Read also good against domain stuff, against, of course, mono red. And then we have a Maelstrom Pulse as an extra flexible card, 2 Baloth for the Pixie deck, and then 1 copy of Half the Misery. Another Sweeper, we can get it back for the Awaken the Honored Dead, and it does trigger Beanstalk down the line. That is Sultai Control. Yeah, I have more sweet stuff coming up. Again, with these videos, I'm trying to build the most competitive deck. I could have probably built a deck that would be more filled with Tarkia Dragonstorm cards, just like jam it all together and try to make something out of that. But I think, we want to have competitive, as close to as competitive as it gets decks. So upgrading the Golgari Ramp deck from the World Championship with these sweet-looking, strong-looking Sultai cards made sense to me. And that's what we're doing today. All right, enjoy the gameplay. Okay, we got a functional mana base. I guess it's fine. I mean, we have some surveillance, early removal, overlord. Bit mana heavy, considering that the overlord also is kind of a land. We can surveil into action, hopefully. I'll just play this first in case we go cut down. Oh, perfect. That was... I didn't say it, but I was thinking, a Beanstalk right here, right now would be pretty good. Ah, wonderful. Yeah, 1 Fountain Port is a little bit of a something in the mana base. Oh, to kill this, I would have to do these 2. They do get to draw a card, and they do get to... yeah, get a token, so it's a lot of value. So I guess I'll just kill it. Adios, amigos. Red black something. Oh, did I play the wrong land there? I did. Oh man, I did play the wrong land. Okay, concentrate. Played the wrong land. My bad. So very sorry. All right, we can sacrifice the everywhere land into Fountain Port for what it's worth. The dragon deck, red black dragons. Yeah, ooh, that's a powerful dragon, but I do have the answer. That is a very powerful card, but it does have to survive to do anything. So, be gone. Nothing, just a bunch of removal in hand, probably. Mill free. No creatures. I guess I'm just gonna go for a big robbery. For x equals 5. Robbery is such a evil card. There's more dragons. A lot of lands too. Take my Gix's command. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, this is presumably not the worst matchup. Nowhere to run can go for an Annoyant for sure. Essence Scatter and Disdainful Stroke seem decent. Maelstrom Pulse. The cut down is good against the bat, I guess. Gix's command. What's not good? Let me think. Tear Sunder maybe? It's an expensive removal in this matchup. Shieldred? Do I need Shieldred here? As a kill condition? Probably not. Better, like, Shieldred is sort of your, your anti-red card in the main deck, right? You don't need it in, like, black, grindy matchups. I guess Flash Freeze, considering they have a couple dragons I can counter. All those dragons can also just be killed, though. I guess this could maybe be better in Tear Sunder. I'm a bit of a tap-out deck, and I'm on the draw. I already brought in 2 counterspells. So I don't know. I guess I'm only really tapping out on turn 2 and turn 3 for the Overlord. Later maybe for a sweeper, but otherwise I guess all the removal is instant speed based. I guess maybe it's not that much of a downside to have some counter spells in your deck. Because yeah, I mean Rakshasa's Bargain and Fang Keeper are both instant speed as well. Sure thing. No duress makes me happy. I do want an untapped third land, so I kind of have to keep that. Okay. No, I wish I wouldn't have kept the Verge. I mean, they have to take the Beanstalk. Yeah, there's no question about that. Oh, okay. If they would have played a Preacher there, that would not have been so nice for me. More lands. I definitely have to be careful which lands I want to play. Like, maybe I should have played this land last turn, so I can cast this with those 3 lands. Maelstrom Pulse. I kind of want to kill the bat, honestly. And then just play Beanstalk. Oh, okay. The anti-control tech. Essence Scatter. I guess I could thin out my deck first. Nah, I might just play the Hedge Maze here. Okay, Sweeper Awaken, definitely gonna come in, and then don't really need the second Beanstalk. Yeah, I guess I'll just take this then. And I think I'm just gonna Awaken the Forge here. No funny business allowed. I get it. If they play a big dragon, I can blow up the dragon with the deadly cover up. They'll draw another card, the Preacher, but my engine is better than theirs. This is like exactly the kind of matchup you want to face here. Just a mid-range deck that you can beat pretty fairly easily. I guess the one downside of doing this is that I can't counter the next dragon. But I think I also get the Overload online, so I kind of want to do it now. Oh, the Bargain is really good with the cover up. I didn't even think about that. That's funny. Because it's 6 mana for the cover up too. It's good with Collect Evidence. Opponent has 5 in hand. Do I care about any of these? I guess I just take the Forge. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, they play this dragon as a removal spell. That's cute. Oh, they also have green mana. Nice. And they have Cavern 3 times, so that makes counter spells a lot worse, actually. And for the rest, bunch of Sarkans. Yeah, I guess they took out some high-end dragons in this matchup. I basically can exile anything, but not creatures. Because creatures I can get back. But I don't need to care about spells with the Collect Evidence in the grave. They took the Gix's command and conceded the game. Yeah, makes sense. Play first. Okay, sure. I got all my colors. Sure, it's basic lands, but it works. I feel like the SULTAI colors are kind of... Last time they were around, they were really graveyard focused. And this time... Yeah, there's like Rakshasa's Bargain put cards in the graveyard. Awaken the Honored Dead puts cards in the graveyard. But... Interesting. Like, there's not... the rares or like the mythics don't have crazy graveyard synergies, I feel like, that are super powerful. I'm just playing blue-white control. Old faithful blue-white control. This will be able to counter a Bezo and Overlord, but not much else. I'm taking the land, yeah. I wonder if I should play something even. Maybe not. I think I'll chill. Smite. I'm gonna chill with the Beanstalk. I would like to draw Rakshasa's Bargain. Yeah, not the best here. Like, the Surveilling is decent, but not amazing either. And there's the reason why I got the Forest there, because I can go Overlord plus Beanstalk. I guess now I'm going for it, but like they need a Normalize to... Normalize won't do it against my... against my Beanstalk, so they need 3 steps ahead. Okay, cool. Beanstalk is important in play. Like, it starts making me 2-for-1s here. Like, even if they normalize this, I don't really care. I drew a card. Yeah, it can kill a Jace, but I guess if they go... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I guess Tear Center, keeping the Tear Center would have been good. I didn't think about that they would just lock down my Beanstalk. Seems like they have a very removal heavy hand. A Jace here would be pretty annoying, actually. Yeah. Casting it for 3 mana? What? Maybe I needed to keep this. It's just like so reactive at that point, but maybe I should have just played for that long game. Now I seem kind of stupid for not keeping a Tear Center. Huh. Also considering that lockdown is like... Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I punted there. Yeah, this can't really be that great of a matchup, considering that 4 copies of Jace are incredibly good against a deck like mine. This is probably a tough one, on average. Like, before I can kill them, they will have milled me on like, right, like, they have too much defenses. In game 1, I have a ton of dead cards. Like, they have a ton of bad cards too, but... Like, this might be even more lopsided than the Domain like, the blue-white deck here is better against this deck than it is against Domain, I think. And that tells you a lot. I guess I could cast Cover Up just for fun. To exile... Yeah, nothing. No, obviously not doing that. Rang River Regent, yeah, it's a fine card. The deuce, no. Yeah, I mean, I have 4 copies of Rakshas's Bargain. We're 27 cards deep into my deck, and that's sort of the engine card I have. And I just, yeah, never drew it. So that's a little unfortunate. That might have given me a chance, but honestly, I feel like even a good draw of mine will not be able to. Oh, they get the fish because of that. Yeah, I guess so. That's probably gonna get 3-stepped ahead. Had to be. They're also playing a bit of a bad version of blue-white, but the bad version of blue-white has 3 steps, and 3 steps is good in this matchup, so good for them. I guess I can cast cover up to draw 2. Yeah, I should have done that and exiled the 3 steps ahead. I should have done that there. Yep, that was a mistake. Although I guess they could have no more light me. They also didn't crack the clue, interestingly enough. Also just having the most horrendous draws you can have. This might be like an 80-20 matchup. I drew 2 good cards. The robbery resolves. I might have a shot, but we'll see. The Jace is already at, what, at 8, so it can mill me 8 times 3, 24. Then I'm down to 5 cards. Yeah, I think I'm pretty dead. Like, at that point, the Beanstalks are gonna mill me. I'm gonna do this to see their deck. It will work, and then I'm probably gonna just concede the match. Alright, they have another Jace, yeah. They have 2 Elspeths, okay. Good to know about. They only have 1 of these. They have... yeah. They have Judgment Lockdown. Yeah, they just trimmed against aggro decks, really, and to make space for more expensive cards. Only playing 3 stock-ups is obviously crazy. But yeah. Okay, sure. It's always sad to see when people make the decks worse, but yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. Cut all of that removal nonsense. Okay. Negate, scatter, stroke, duress, pulse. So Overlord is something I can think about. The throwbacks are good against that, I guess. And then maybe Gix's Command. Harvester against the tokens from the Overlord. Go for the throat. Tight Binder is something they might have. The Gix's Command can return my stuff. Shieldred not that good here, but it is a threat, I guess. The Deadly Cover-Up is interesting. Maybe it's actually not that bad. Like, if I'm able to get a Jace with the cover-up, that'd be pretty sick. Maybe that's what I should play. That's like a backdoor out. Like, I do rest or I counterspell a Jace, and then exile it. Then I could outgrind them and potentially win that way. I guess I gotta go for the throat. All right. The cards I want to see in my opening hand here on the play are Beanstalk, Overlord, and Rakshas's Bargain. Maybe the Fangkeeper as well is fine. I don't have any of them. I have like very reactive cards here. These 2 I'm probably not going to be able to use for a while. This is also a reactive card, so I only have this. It can take like 1 stock up, but if my opponent has more than like 1 stock up, like, I don't know. I do have all my colors. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Okay. Okay. This hand has a lot of like this is a lot stronger of a hand. Question is, what do I bottom? Do I bottom forest here? Is that crazy? I'm on the play. I think I'm just gonna be greedy and bottom the forest. If I draw a blue source, I can bargain into more lands. And I really want to keep all my valuable cards here. And it's not like the forest would do much for me anyways. Okay, fair enough. I mean, this is a horrendous matchup. Okay, the forest would have been good, I guess. I get punished. I did take a little bit of a gamble. It's a really tough matchup anyways. You have to take a gamble. You can't just always play safe and hope to get there. Sometimes you just have to gamble a little bit. I gambled and I got punished. That's how it goes. Spell Pierce. Spicy. Next match. Let's hope not to get paired into blue-white. Okay. I'm on the draw, so if I get paired into mono-red, this could get ugly. I guess I also do have... I can't cast the Overload right now. On turn 3, so I guess I'm just gonna keep that. Black-white. Okay. Maybe a Pixie variant? Yeah, it looks like Pixie enchantment stuff. Anybody who's somewhat fair, doesn't play Jaces, doesn't aggro me out super fast, is something I can work with. Huh. Think I'm gonna do this, blow up the Overlord maybe? Is that even... I do have Gix's command for the Overlord down the line. Yeah, whatever. I'm just... I guess... Yeah, yeah, I'm just realizing that killing the Overlord is good against Pixie and the Kirin, which they might be playing. Yeah, I should have killed the Overlord. That was a mistake. I didn't think for too long. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. That's the Gatekeeper, the Loxodon. Okay. So my opponent wants to flicker the Overlord, get it back, get more stuff back. Do I really care, honestly? Do I really care about that? I don't think so. It would cost me my entire turn to kill that thing. Sure, they get some value, but I'm just gonna cover up them anyways next turn, so I'm just gonna Overlord, whatever. I'm just gonna cover up and then exile the Overlord for good. Sultai does have some life gain creatures that are both 6 toughness. The main dragon, 5 mana 6/6 flying lifelink. But it has the downside. It has the upside of every spell in your graveyard has or every spell in your hand has Delve. But the downside of whenever you cast a spell, you lose as much life. So that doesn't even seem like a great life gain payoff against red, which is what matters. Okay, they're doing it at instant speed. Fair enough, I guess. Do I want to discard a card to get an Overlord back? I don't think so. I think I like every card in my hand more. I guess I could discard the Beanstalk, but... Okay, so you're telling me if I go deadly cover up here, what are you gonna do? You're just not gonna activate the Overlord? Okay, fair enough. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to make more mana and just leave up, go for the throat, for the Overlord. Yeah. So they're gonna flicker, gonna get something back. They might have the Kirin as well, I guess. Scroll shift, sure, whatever. I guess now they can protect here. Okay. So if I use this, it prevents 5 damage. They get a creature back anyways. I guess I should just do this for good. Yeah. Shouldn't even care. What does it exactly say? Okay. They have the Kirin. We can bounce this in response. I suspect they have the Kirin in their deck. Question is, do I want to hold up removal, or do I just want to up the Beanstalk for more cards? What could go wrong here is the question. Not much, I think. Not much. I think it can be a little greedy. They can also, in response now, they can exile like a Beanstalk. Which wouldn't be good for me. It's a Gatekeeper. It exiles anything, but it gives the person a 2/2. Yeah, they can just exile an Overlord, yeah. No, they grind pretty well, not gonna lie. I guess I could just take the Gatekeeper. Maybe that's better than taking the Overlord. Sure. Okay, a couple momentum breakers. A Pixie. Oh, okay, they don't play the Kirin, the new card. Alright. Just scroll shift, Speza, momentum breakers. Okay. Optimistic Scavenger. Right, I have that card as well. Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, this should be a decent matchup considering I have so much interaction for all their stuff. And I have the better late game. I'm at 11. Way too many cards. Beanstalk is drawing my entire deck. What do I have? 10 cards in hand? 6, 10. If I play this, I go up to 11. Play this, go down to 10. Well, I just hold up the Fang Keeper boy. I guess I'll just hold that up. Although they could draw Scroll Shift, right? I think them being able to draw Scroll Shift, I'm just gonna blow the Overload up right now. Not messing around. Yeah, they can kill some of my stuff. I can find the Robbery at some point. If I don't mill it, I guess I could mill it with the Awaken. But yeah, the Robbery should finish them. More Beanstalk. I don't know if I want more Beanstalk in play. Maybe not. I think I've seen enough. What do I do here? I guess I Awaken and then cast an Overlord. Alright, I'll start with the Overlord, I guess. Okay. Blow up theirs. And I guess I'm just gonna know where to run. The Pixie. Just don't want to take any more damage. I feel like my win is kind of inevitable at this point. I also have the Virtue of Persistence I could drop down at some point. That's another powerful card I have. Okay. Fair enough. Don't have the Gatekeeper anymore, so it's just like returning Pixie. They're down to 22 cards, by the way, so they're milling a lot. Okay. Last card, Scroll Shift? No? Okay. Mill free. Okay, didn't hit the Robbery. Very nice. Ah, Beanstalk. You messed up card. Okay, there's the Robbery. Shieldred, Tear Sunder. Play my land. Can Robbery for 7. I guess I'll just play the Shieldred. I know it's just fodder to the Breaker, but that's fine. Guess I can use Fountain Ports to get around those theoretically. Okay, let's exile this one. Let's go for the throat. One of these guys. And then I'm gonna Robbery for Bazillion next turn. 2, 3, 6, 8, 11, 13, 11. X equals 11. I hope you don't mind if I take a look. And draw 2 cards in the meantime. Oh, they let me play it out. Alright. Let's Nightmare you. Man, I got a bunch of pixies. I can Nightmare my opponent to death here. Oh, wonderful. Nightmare again. Lovely. Play Plains, I guess. Play Pixie. Oh. Yeah, about that. Okay, fair enough. That was funny. Oh man. Okay, I'll take that one back though. Okay. Yeah, play it. And then I still have 8 mana left. Rules into action. Yeah, I mean, if I would have been more concentrated at this point, I might have realized that that doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Yeah. High level gameplay over here. What can I say? Blow that up, and that should lead to a concession. No, still in the game. Wow, impressive. Yeah, you got a Nightmare. You drained me down to 7. Just 7 life points. Close game. I guess I could have. I already have Leave on Play. My opponent's just playing it out. Just no. Yeah. I meant to say I could have counted. No, I can't counter that actually. Never. Oh, they have that. Right. Oops. I don't have Leave on Play. Never mind. We'll play another turn. Okay, fine. Sure. You got it. Maybe they play a J. No, they're playing black and white. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna beat me. Maybe they have a Robbery themselves. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna mill myself. I'm at 14 cards in library. Yeah, I punted by not playing the Fangkeeper. I punted by giving them the Hopeless Nightmare. I did this and that. It doesn't matter. We have all the value in the world. But I kept the card on top. What are they looking for? I saw their deck. There's nothing in there, is there? Yeah, just concession. Okay. They just wanted to see more cards, maybe? Okay. What to do? Disenchant effects are good. Bailoff is good. Shieldwood can go. Nowhere to run is probably not good. Scatter, stroke, yes. Anoint. Cut down is kind of nice against the manifest. The morph, the thingy. What's it called? Did they call that stuff? Disguise. Disguise. Okay, what's bad? What is bad? Not too much is bad. I have so many disenchant effects. Jesus. What just happened? My opponent conceded the match. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Understandable to some degree. Understandable. Alright, here we go again. Play first. Oh, I mean, I do have the bargain. I do have a surveil. I do have a 2-drop, a tap land. This is like not great. Yeah. I'm gonna try it. I don't know. This is very borderline. Very borderline. Planes. Okay. That's looks like mono white maybe, which should be a good matchup. Or maybe it's in a blue white deck. I hope not. But first I have to draw a land. Oh yes, let's go. Let's go. We got a game. Yeah, sure. Don't be blue-white again. Or they just concede. Damn. What's going on these days? Everybody just conceding. Maybe they kept the... Whatever, I'm just gonna board us if there's some non-creature deck, I guess. That's what I'm gonna do. Brillbacks, duress, negate, stroke. Probably scatter too. Bounce and pulse. Couple go for the throats. What else? Gix's command, harvester. Another go for the throat. Harvester. Maybe Gix's command. I guess I could leave in the shieldwood. I'll leave in one. You know, like 4-mana creature that just dies to remove it without any value. Not the greatest, of course, in these grindy matchups. Yep, that's fine. That's a pretty strong hand, I would say. Okay, it looks like mono white. I would love to keep that card. The card is great in the matchup, but I do need lands. Carrot cake, sounds good. Okay, yeah, I mean, I should be able to go over the top of them. I could do res here to take the Caretaker's talent, but I think I rather should get my own game plan going. If they draw a couple cards with the talent, it's not the biggest worry. They might have that Unified Battlefront, the new card. Do I want to Beanstalk or do I want to do res here? Unified Battlefront could be a little scary next turn, like if they go crazy with that one. Let's surveil first and see. Okay, well, Doesn't help me with the frill back, but it is a land. Alright, fair enough. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, no talent, sure. Yeah, they can draw 2 cards with the talent here. Via cracking carrot cake on my turn. It's pretty good. Then I'm gonna blow it up. Split up, still in the deck. Oh, actually, the way they did it here, I can respond. So they only get to draw 1. Boom. I guess this has a mode for each color. Green, enchantment destroying. Blue, countering things. And then black is gain free, surveil free. The black mode is a little off. I don't know. Black gaining free, surveilling free. It's more like a drain would be more accurate. What did it just do to my thing? Oh, ossification. I don't know about that one. It's a little risky, isn't it? I guess I'll just pass. Play an instant speed game here. More disenchants. More. Trying to think about how I lose. I guess Elspeth would be a problem. I think I have enough disenchants at this point. I could jump them, but then they split up my free freeze. Love to find counter magic. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even know. Wow. Okay, we'll just keep them all. I'm gonna attack with one of them, respecting the split up. And also having a blocker back is, we're down in the race, I guess. I can't really say how good this card is at this point. It definitely seems decent. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. Hmm. Should take the land. I want lands because of this robbery. I also do like the Fankeeper. Just gonna be greedy. Get punished. Yeah, all the value in the world. There's my land drop. Stroke. Cover up. Oh, do I still have... Oh no. Oh, that was maybe stupid. I wanted to play frill back there. Oops. Oh, but I will play shielded. It doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. They're gonna split up, hit me down to 9. Then I'm gonna frill back next turn. A little bottlenecked on green mana, unfortunately. That's something I should have considered with my bargain decision. Should have taken a green land at some point. Taking demolition field my hedge maze, actually. That would mess me up. Smart. I mean, I'm still light years ahead of my opponent here, but it is a little annoying, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, I can't throw back anymore. This is not even the land anymore. Annoying. It's inevitable, their loss. It's inevitable. Inevitable? Inevitable? It's inevitable, right? What do we take? I guess talent. Classification, sure. They have the battlefront, they have innocence, which can't not be found with the battlefront for what it's worth. They have battle talent, the builder's talent though. No Elspeth in the list. That's probably a card you should at least consider playing. Maybe it's a wildcard thing. Pass the turn. Yeah, definitely don't want to have more than 2 beanstalks. That's not a good idea. They don't even have Elspeth, so I think I'm just going to counter that one. Like, what am I keeping? What am I keeping the stroke for, you know? Sure. 2, 7. I know, I'm playing a little loose, whatever. I guess I'm gonna play this. Discard beanstalk. All these cards, too many cards. Yeah. Sure. All right. Yeah, pretty lopsided matchup. Not that interesting. Play first. No. Yes. Hopefully we get paired into red with this hand. I think I'm just gonna ditch the Tears under. Could also ditch the cut down. Tears under is just a very narrow card. I mean, it could be good. Just, I don't know what I'm up against, so. I'm ditching the land there. Yeah, technically we need 4 lands, but there's so many cards I'd rather draw. Yes, we got paired into the red deck with this hand. Let's go. One has a choice between 1-drops here. Hired Claw, Hardfire Hero, Monastery Swift Spear. You play Hero when you have Manifold Mouse in hand. Oh, it's that deck, okay. Just get rid of it, no mercy. Or do I play cat and mouse game? Cat and mouse game. Get rid of it, no mercy. Have another removal, whatever. Interesting. So you got no more lands over there. So if I kill this now, they play like an Ember Heart, then they play something else. Wouldn't be so good. I think I pass. I think I'm being a little bit more conservative with my last removal spell. They don't have ley lines, like... Oh. I'm glad I waited. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Tearsun, so it's leyline red. Fankeeper can blow up leyline. There you go. What to cut? We do want cut down. We do want anoint, harvester, Gix's command, flash freeze, scatter. Maybe not on the draw. Maybe on the play. Okay, what are my bad cards? The expensive sweepers, arguably. Beanstalk, Overlord. I think Bargain is better than Overload here. It's just more about finding removal spells than ramping and creating value with the body. Cover Up is maybe a little slow. Gix's command does gain life, so I like that one. Tear Thunder is bad besides against Leyline. Oh, Robbery can definitely go. Don't need that one. Awaken the Honored Dead is also kind of clunky. 3 mana sorcery speed kill spell. With some more upside, yes, but this is good against Offspring. It's probably better than Awaken the Honored Dead. Maybe I'll just get rid of the entire Beanstalk package. Is that crazy? Like just cut all these cards. Play Duress, play Maelstrom Pulse, maybe Throwback. Cover Up. Leaves me with 6 open slots. Thrillback is reasonable. Scatter is reasonable. Maybe I need to put some Beanstalk back. No, I don't really. I only have 7 cards to trigger it. Could just play some Bailoff for life gain, Thrillback for life gain, and then I guess one Overlord. Scatter. Transforming the deck a little bit. Adapting to hyper-aggressive Leyline red. I don't know if I would do this against other red decks too, but Leyline red is just so hyper-focused that I don't think you need the Beanstalk stuff. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna cut it for me. 6 lands a little too much. The double forest opener. Yeah, no, we're going to 5. Okay. Okay, so forest goes. And what else? Maybe this. I could also be greedy and do something like this. On the draw. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, let's do this. Yeah, mulligan to 5, not that great against, like, now considering that I took out the Beanstalk. With the Beanstalk, I would feel more comfortable mulliganing. Because I know I have an engine. But now I'm kind of reliant on the Rakshas's Bargain to get me somewhere. Okay, I guess I'm going to Virtue that one. No Leyline is good for me, for sure. But they kept 7 cards, so they might be able to outgrind me. But yeah, I wasn't able to do anything there. I mean, I mulliganed. I had one card and 6 lands in the first opener, and then the second one 2 forests and a bunch of blue and black cards. You cannot keep a 2 forest hand with this deck. Maybe if you have Overlord in hand and a Beanstalk, then you can keep that hand. But otherwise, likely not. I mean, I could also play it slow and try to harvester for full value, but I don't think I should do that. Again, missing land drops. But now I can't... Yeah, I mean, they have enough lands to at least play the game, that's for sure. They can rage me here. Nothing. Huh. They had some damage there, technically, if they wanted to. Surprising. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. I'm just gonna play draw go. I have 2 instants. If they hit me for 2, I'll take 2 damage, whatever. Someone getting aggressive? No? Nothing. Okay. No creature either, so sitting on a bunch of pump, I guess. Sure. Oh, they have Might of the Meek. Okay. No? What the heck are you doing? What? Okay. Interesting play. Interesting play. Oh, they're playing. Okay, so maybe they have some... the Soul Fortune hand or whatever it's called. The guy that flings you. That's 16. Huh. There's a lot of various combinations I kind of have to play around and think about here. If they have the odds are likely they have more than one combat trick. They use that rage very despairingly. I kind of want to kill the hero. If I block here and they rage, I could theoretically let that happen. And exile this. I'm just gonna do this and see what they do. They're gonna play one trick likely, and then I'm gonna let that happen, I think. And then I'm gonna let damage happen and maybe put a stop here like after damage. And then I might exile something. But I think I'm going to take damage. Ah, yeah. That's a new card. That's kind of neat. That will draw them 2 cards. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. The exiling was pretty important there. Oh, Fountain Port, okay. It's a pretty good land to draw in this situation. We're on a mulligan to 5, remember. I'm doing kind of okay right now, especially if they have a bunch of combat tricks in hand. And that new black card. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Do I make a fish or do I make a treasure? I could ramp this out. I think I'll just make a treasure. Bargain. Okay. I'm gonna start with Maelstrom Pulse. Let's see what they do about that. Have another one of these kill my thing. Draw 2. Fair enough. Oh, that's pretty sick. Alright. That's nice value. Basically, yeah, it was pretty good for them. Not gonna lie. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. They're grinding me slowly out here. Desperate measures, I guess, gives some utility against removal. Like I kill something of theirs, in response they draw 2 cards. Oh wow, the links in the sideboard. Okay. I think I'm gonna bargain rather than go for the floating the links. I could draw Gix's Command, that would be sick. Gix's Command. Although I guess it wouldn't be that good. That's some nice ones. Flash Freeze is cool. I only have 1 blue though. Do I have a creature in the bin? I do have a creature in the bin. What to do? I could theoretically take the Flash Freeze, cut down the 2/2 and go for the throat this. If I take all 3 of those, but then I don't have any like card advantage left. I've just answered their board. Could also take Awaken plus cut down. Awaken the links and then have go for the throat up. 3 cards in hand. I could draw an untapped black land to be able to do multiple things. They might have another one of these turn inside out, but I do have a 3/3 block. I have a bunch of removal. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The more lands they draw, the more cards they draw, the more lands they draw as well. They have 20 lands in their deck, so they had 37 cards. So at this point, they should have like at least like 7 to 8 lands drawn. I'm wondering which one I should use. I'm definitely gonna use one of them. I'm probably just annoying because it's better against. Oh my god! If this would be a Lynx, they could flip it. And then the Anoint would fizzle. That would be pretty sick, actually. They should have Might of the Meek, my own guy. That was bad by them. They should have Might. This doesn't even give... I mean, it gives Trample to the Fang. I mean, were they trying to go for a kill there after I just cast Bargain? Hoping that I don't have an instant speed removal? That seems pretty risky. They could have... They at least could have targeted their own Fang. And my Fangs to avoid that happening. What happened there? What are they thinking about? Maybe they're thinking about playing a Sellsword. Just random 2/2. Okay. I'm at 9. Sitting on 3 removals, I feel like it's safe to attack for me. Okay. I may discard a card to get a Harvest of Misery in my hand. Sure. Yeah, or land for what it's worth, I guess. Alright, I've seen enough. I guess when I discard the Go for the Throat in that situation, they're like, what Go for the Throat is your worst card against my combat trick combo deck? Yeah, I think I have better things to do than to keep playing against you. That's fair, that's fair. Alright. Yeah, honestly, I feel like all these new cards, the Fangkeeper, the Awaken, and the Bargain, they kinda hit the expectation. They didn't feel crazy good. Or let's say they didn't really, yeah, they just hit all the expectations. Like the expectations I had going in about these cards, how good they are, was kinda exactly met. That's how I felt. You know, that's this data set, what this data set gives me. Fangkeeper is a good card, but it's not like outrageous or anything. It's not like, oh, we all have to play SULTAI now because this is the best card in standard or anything. It's a pretty good card, but not outrageous. It's flexible, it's nice, and it will probably see play in all of the SULTAI decks that will be built. That's my assumption right now. Awaken the Honored Dead, solid card. Definitely gets better with more synergies, like when you can return permanence to redo it, or when the milling is important in a Reanimator shell. So there's more play to it. Than this deck doesn't have that much synergy with it, but this card could be made stronger. But it's also just like what I expected it to be, just a solid card. Yeah. And then the Rakshasa's Bargain, I think is the best of all three of them. It's very strong. 3 mana. Look at the top 4. Take 2 of them. Put the rest in the graveyard. Trigger Beanstalk. It's certainly the most powerful and I guess the biggest draw to SULTAI out of, you know, all the SULTAI cards. And yeah, I mean, this deck felt decent. I would say that the Pixie matchup's probably pretty okay for you. The red matchup is so close-ish. Maybe you're probably behind. Sunspine Links is a problem. And the life gain options aren't the best. You have a lot of cheap removal, but we know how red operates. Red can just be too fast, you know. And then the domain matchup, I couldn't really tell, honestly. Like, the Fangkeeper seems very good at blowing up all those enchantments. Game 1 might actually be favorable for you because you do have that robbery, so you have like that one card that goes completely over the top, and as long as you can keep their Zur in check and keep those aggressive Zur turns that could kill you from out of nowhere in check, with also Fangkeeper, right? Just counter Zur if they don't have Cavern Souls. That could be fine. So this deck might actually have legs in the metagame. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, it might just be a solid tier 2 deck, you know. That's sort of my analysis, post-game analysis here. All right. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I see you next time. Take care, friends.